What's up? I'm back. It's your man, King A.D.S. A.D.S. out here in the Inland Empire. Ayaya the Shadow. You know what I'm saying? That's the long form. But anyway, out here in the Inland Empire in San Bernardino County in Southern California, just wishing everybody some great vibes and energy and everything. And hopefully you're building on your path. It's like I'm always doing. I'm always learning, always expanding. And actually right now today, I was doing some workouts, and in between the workouts, I'm getting myself motivated, getting that energy up so I can sustain all the levels that it takes to accomplish everything. And so I get motivated from watching like different YouTubers and different people share things. And right now it's been a YouTube kick. And I was watching the Brand Man Network guys, which I really like those guys as well. Big shouts and big props also. And they were watching a clip from another group of guys I like on Earn Your Leisure. And I love those guys too. And they have Diddy on the stands, on the stage, and they're having a conversation about the situation with him and Ciroc, and how people thought that he was an owner of Ciroc and stuff like that. And it turns out that he wasn't. He was just a glorified face to push the product and to solve what they're talking about, the adversity issues and stuff like that, to appeal to different audiences. And but then you have the frustration expressed by these people who like the artist or the person being used as the face, that wanted to own the company or be a partner with the company. And from a business perspective, the things I've learned over the years is that I'm going to say a few things, and it's not going to be crazy, and just sharing something real quick, observation, you know what I mean? But those things are less practical if you're being used as a third party. Even people working within the company that have investment plans from working with the company will actually still have shares of the company. Now, the way that we do things, from to my knowledge, at least somebody might know better than me, but to my knowledge, is that if you can buy shares on the market, if it's public, you have the ability, depending on how much it's worth, to buy up over 51% of the shares if it's permitted or something like that. But usually partnerships will go up to the point, if they've already established themselves and stuff, will probably be about 49%. So they will own 51%, you will own 49, because the direction and interest of the company will go with the owner. You know what I mean? So in order for it to be in your direction and all that stuff in your vision, you would have to own the company. So either you start your own, build up. You can do the same thing as them. You can use an actress, you can use an actor. I don't see why that hasn't happened yet, which I find interesting. Like, why isn't Leonardo DiCaprio on a commercial for a product that Rihanna is selling? You know what I mean? Like, this is weird, dude. But like, the point of view and perspective, life is perspective. Perspective is everything. But I don't know why that hasn't happened yet, but I hope that we see that kind of stuff happen, where people come together and kind of intermingle and do some collaborations and cross marketing with each other in order to boost what they do already. Other than having like a reality TV show or something like that, where you could showcase your products and stuff like that. These advantages are amazing, but at the same time, it would take you doing kind of like the same thing. Also, you could, like I said, though, you can buy shares of the company. You know what I mean? I would think that in that kind of relationship, since it's not your house, because that's how you should look at it. It's like, I built this house, you're stepping into my house and you're wiping your feet on my carpet, right? So that's the difference. It's not your house. You would have to build your own house, and you can't worry about anything else as far as race or anything like that when you're starting to do this. You just got to keep going, and it's a fight when you got to keep fighting for your rights to survive. That's like Beastie Boy said, fight for your rights, not just the party, but the party too, and do everything. Say like a tuxedo shirt, like in Talladega Nights. I'm wearing a tuxedo shirt because I'm formal, but I like to party. You know what I'm saying? And but you keep it moving, and but also walking into the next portion of what I like to share, which is appealing to certain audiences from the outside, the way you see it in that kind of point of opinion, versus being an owner that just wants to appeal, and you want to appeal to everyone. For you, functionality wise, it's not about selling to one particular person or another. It's just about selling and expanding and just reaching everybody. You know what I mean? So not necessarily, you could be, it doesn't matter what race you are. Business itself, services, products don't have a color. They don't have a race. You know what I mean? It's a service, it's a product, it's a yes or no question. Do you like this or not? So with that, I feel that decisions should be made more like that by the public. It's a it's true that doing having certain spokespersons or certain imagery can attract different audiences, which is divisive, but a necessary divisiveness, right? Like you want to reach more people. But I could tell you right now that I'm not worried as a business owner. I'm not worried that, oh my God, more of my clients aren't black. I'm just like thankful that I have clients, there's someone to help, period. So, or someone to serve, like someone to, give services to, or a product or whatever. I'm just thankful for that, period. You know what I mean? And when it comes to these videos and trying to reach people, I hope that that's the same sentiment. Like, it doesn't matter whether I'm a huge star or someone who is up and coming. Obviously, by the way I talk, you could tell I have some experience. So it's not my first walk through any park. But to be non-biased and realize that what I'm offering is just another product on the shelf, that hopefully the price is right and hopefully the quality is up to your standards, up to whatever standard that may be, and that we can get down together, you know what I mean, and form a healthy, good, long-lasting relationship, because that's what I'm into: genuine stuff, authenticity, quality over quantity type stuff. So when it comes to people, relationships, everything that I do. So yeah. So even with that, I think the connection should be more genuine on, for my opinion, you know what I mean, more genuine on what the person is offering as far as a product, and not just the audience that they're trying to sell to. And I feel like when it's only geared towards a certain audience, it kind of like, it's a double-edged sword. Like, yeah, you get to them, but then at the same time, it's only a percentage of those particular people you're trying to reach, and then there's like a huge drop off otherwise. And and then so like there's weird things like with the internet and social media too, how they'll have people have to put up their face for identification and things like that when they're a service or a business. Not really necessary, and I'll go as far as to say it possibly can hurt the person's progress sometimes, because it's bringing something that shouldn't be trivial, but gets turned into an issue that probably doesn't matter and shouldn't matter at all, which is like, what's the race of the person that's helping me or providing this product. It just doesn't matter. If it's a good product and it's or a service or whatever, and it works, it's good, continue to use it, buy it. It's not about, oh, who's making it or whatever. Just get active. You got to get active, you know what I mean, from the owner side, from a generator side. Just get active, get into it, learn some new stuff, learn how to make these brews, ferment these brews or whatever, learn how to, what do you call it, distill, and do all that kind of stuff. You got to learn some new stuff, invest in having like a sugarcane field, you know what I mean, get some stuff going, get some sarsaparilla trees and make your own root beer and all these kind of different things. You could do it. But yeah, I mean, but I don't feel that race should play a part so much. I know it does. It always will, because you want to, like I said, it's divisiveness to appeal. But bottom line is, it's a service or a product, and that's what should be focused on more when it's coming to business. You know, I don't even have to go into who pays me for what I do the most. You know what I mean? I'm not here to hurt anyone's feelings or talk shit or anything like that. But reality is, it doesn't matter what race you are. If I want you as a client, it doesn't matter what race I am if I'm providing a service or a product. There you go. So I hope that, that sentiment is felt positively, and we can move forward and address some of these things the right way. Because going back to the first part with Diddy, and I think they brought up Pharrell too, I believe they used, it's the wrong approach if you're a third party and then say up front to the owner, hey, I'd like to be a full-on partner with you. If they're already established, they know how to do this already. They don't need your funding. That's the sad truth. And they already have a direction. They don't need someone else's input. What they need is for you to attract an audience. See what I mean? But you can build you. So the way to obtain what person might be after would be on the back end, by investing. As long as it's public, it can be bought. See what I mean? That's another sad truth. And a lot of people get that happens to them. Daddy Warbucks will come in, buy the whole value of the company, and especially when a company is going through hard times or dire straits, they snatch that, absorb the company, and then the direction begins to shift and change. I actually worked for a company that was absorbed by General Electric in the past. So I've seen even in the corporate world, the move in, takeover, the push out, and then the model changes, the people in charge change, all those things, because now who is the dominant shareholder is no longer the previous owner. They'll sell out for the right price because they can rebuild or restructure with a new design or something like that, or just downsize, and benefit on their way, to downsize or whatever. But yeah, the model will change, and then soon the name might change, so on and so forth. And you've seen that also with like Twitter, you know what I'm saying, which is now X Twit, whatever you want to say, you know what I'm saying, Twit X. But we've seen that there too. We've seen that with a little bit of that with Instagram, Facebook. They absorbed the company. I don't know if it was what kind of conjoining of the minds was there, but you can kind of see certain aspects of it at play. I just don't know how it went down, so I won't be like, oh, that's exactly what happened. But you know what I mean? There's a certain fashion of that, like that. Now they have control over the direction of the company and how that technology and platform is used. You know what I mean? So there you go. That's my input for that. I just thought it was an observance that I wanted to share, because as I was watching it, I said, hold on, something sounds weird. You know what I mean? And that's not to diss Pharrell or Diddy, or anybody that's, anyone. And yeah, I was going to say something else, but I don't think I need to put it on there. But just nevertheless, it was just to express a sentiment of things that I've picked up over the time. Hopefully that's useful. Hopefully you received it well. Please drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, check out all the music, come along for the ride. More to come. All right, y'all. Love y'all. Peace.